good friend Luke, and we are from a percussion quartet called Quartet 19. Today we thought we'd make a little video for you, just talking about percussion, which is the sort of musical instruments you hit to make sound, and how you can use them in your care home for activities.
We're going to start by talking about some different percussion instruments. So the first instrument I'm going to talk about are these shakers here. So these are really commonly found everywhere, really cheap to buy, really easy to play. So shakers, so a simple way to play them is just by picking them up and giving them a shake. And then if we're going to go into more technical ways of playing them, we can kind of set up grooves by shaking them like this. And if you're going to play shakers this way, it's better to go forwards and back, like this, rather than say going up and down. Going forward and back allows you to create some nice rhythms, makes it much easier to play. I have two different shakers here. We have the standard egg shaker. These are quite quiet, quite small, so quite easy to grip. And then here we have a pumpkin, is this? What do you think?
I think it's pumpkin.
But you can kind of get like banana shakers, apple shakers, they're kind of fun to play with sometimes. So these are kind of like the two main kind of shakers you're going to find.
Other things you might find in your music box are stuff like this. This is a cowbell, so you might have seen cows wandering around the field with this around their neck so farmers can hear where they are, but we don't wear them around their necks. We like to play them with sticks. So the best way to get a sound out of this is to hold it in one hand and then take your stick or a wooden spoon or something like that in your other hand and just play it like this. You can hear if you play it on the top, you get a bit of a quieter tone, and if you hit it on the edge, you get a really full, loud tone. This, of course, is a tambourine. You might have these in your music box as well. Now, these are really easy to play, really good fun. You just shake them from side to side. So I see a lot of people playing them up and down, like that, but it's a lot easier to play them if you just shake them side to side. And you can make cool little rhythms like this if you use your other hand as well.
This here is a Cabassa. So Cabassa, kind of hold in one hand, hold where the beads are, and in the other hand we're going to twist this handle here. Kind of create funky patterns.
And here we have everyone's favourite instrument. You've probably seen this before. It's normally a little bit of a joke in the orchestra. It's the triangle. So to hold the triangle, if you don't have a piece of string, just hold it very loosely in your fingers like that and find a metal object. If you don't have a triangle beater, a spoon, a fork or a knife or something like that will work fine.
Lastly, we have these Glock notes here, so you might find these. So these come in lots of different notes, so depending on what notes you have, depending on how cool it will sound. But with these you can kind of just experiment and see what sounds good. So here we have a couple of different notes. So for playing these, we're just going to hold the stick in our hand, hold these in the other hand, and just kind of play. Obviously, you can always put these down on the surface as well to play if that's easier.
Now, if you're sat there thinking, we don't have any of these sort of percussion instruments in our care home, what are we going to do? Don't worry. You can turn anything into a percussion instrument. For example, pots and pans. So just take your old pots and pans, ones that you don't really use anymore. You can see our ones are very beaten up from playing them a lot. And just hold them in one hand, take your wooden spoon in the other, you can just play them like that. You can also make other little interesting sounds with them like that. Pretend stirring sounds, and you make little patterns like this. Yeah, pots and pans.
This is a shaker that we made out of a plastic bottle and rice. So all you need to do, get an empty plastic bottle, get some paper or something as a funnel, tip your rice in, and you're good to go. So generally we like to use smaller bottles, but this is the only bottle we could find. Depending on how much rice you put in, depending on how loud the shaker is going to be, kind of play around and have a bit of fun. It's a good making activity as well.
So now me and Luke are going to play a little groove for you on our pots and pans and our rice shaker. 1, 2, 3, go. So now you know all about the different sort of percussion instruments you may have in your care home, or percussion instruments you can make in your care home. And now we're going to talk a little bit about how to play them and what to play on them. So you can use words to come up with different grooves. For example, if I ask Luke, Luke, what is your favourite food?
I like, let me think, fish and chips.
Fish and chips, fish and chips. Me too, I like fish and chips. So, you can take your pot and pan and you come up with a rhythm like this. I like fish and chips. 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 Cool. So that's an easy rhythm you can come up with. An important thing to remember when you're coming up with your own rhythms is try and make them fit into 4 beats. So I like fish and chips. It's I like fish and chips. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like fish and chips. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Using different syllables, we can get different rhythms. So, for example, what's your favourite food, Iolo?
I like a good pepperoni pizza.
Pepperoni pizza. So for pepperoni pizza, we could go pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza. So all we're doing is taking the syllables from the word and kind of turning them into a rhythm. So once you kind of got this, once you've got a few rhythms on the go, you can then try and layer the rhythm. So Iolo's going to play the fish and chip rhythm, and I'm going to play the pepperoni pizza rhythm. Okay, ready after 4? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Once you've come up with a few rhythms, you can play games with these rhythms, such as call and copy. So call and copy would be when I play a rhythm, and then my audience or whoever's in the room with me will copy it back to me. So I'll demonstrate with Luke now. So, you listening, Luke?
Yeah.
Good. Don't forget that these rhythms should always fit into 4 beats to make it nice and simple for us.
Call and copy is a really good way of getting everybody involved. You can swap out who plays the initial rhythm, so different residents can have a go and everybody can copy back.
Another thing you can do with these rhythms is you can put on the residents' favourite songs and they can all tap along, have a dance and play along with them. So we've chosen a Beatles tune just to demonstrate how we do that for you now.
We can also take some of the rhythms that we've created and play them over tunes as well. So for example, if we're going to play Johnny Be Good, we can do our fish and chip rhythm.
So I hope we've given you a few ideas on how you can use percussion in your home. Feel free to get creative with it, come up with your own ideas and how to use it, as long as everybody's involved and having fun. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. My name's Iolo and this is Luke. Bye.